Good morning, and welcome to your morning cereal. Okay, good morning, and welcome to Friday. Look at us. We made it. We kept our heads down during a week of unicorns and binges and feng shui, and now we're being rewarded with a Friday in the coming weekend. But don't miss out. Today is still National Cheese Fondue Day, so that's good. It's also National Clean Up Your Pantry Day, and I should probably work on this. Our kids keep finding food in the pantry that's expired, but it's still good for at least another year or two, right? Well, it's also National 8-Track Tape Day, which I hope this means there's a National Cassette Tape Day coming soon too, because then I can pop in my old Def Leppard, my Huey Lewis, my Quiet Riot, and Phil Collins tapes. That would be awesome. And lastly, it's National Pet Day. So give some love to those little pets whose only purpose is to wake up every day and love us, and to go to the bathroom on our wood floors and to leave hair all over the place. But we'll just ignore that for today. And in honor of the Masters Golf Tournament this week, our quote today comes from three-time winner Phil Mickelson, who has some sage advice for us. Phil said, quote, "Stay positive and be happy. Work hard and don't give up hope. Be open to criticism and keep learning. Surround yourself with happy, warm, and genuine people." End quote. Well, today's news, facts, and birthdays are for April 11th. And we're going to start back in 1966 when, on this date, Frank Sinatra recorded his popular song Strangers in the Night, which later reached the #1 spot on the Billboard charts. Then, have you seen the movie Apollo 13? If not, you should definitely watch it. Great movie. But on this date, back in 1970, the actual real-life events of the movie started in motion when the Apollo 13 rocket was launched from Cape Kennedy, which is now Cape Canaveral, in Florida. And spoiler alert here, although the mission was scheduled to be the third lunar landing, the Apollo 13 mission was aborted after an oxygen tank exploded en route to the moon. Great movie. Then in 2004, on this date, Phil Mickelson, he won his first major championship, winning the Masters at Augusta National after 12 years as a pro. And happy birthday to you if today is your birthday. You share a birthday with model Alessandra Ambrosio. She's 44 today. And the #1 song on this date back in 1998 was All My Life by Casey and JoJo. This is one of the few R&B songs that seems to have made it to the #1 spot on the Billboard Top 100. And I loved this song when it was out. I was a big R&B fan in the 90s as well. But this song was nominated for a Grammy for Best R&B Song, and it was written as a tribute to JoJo's 7-year-old daughter. Very sweet. We love our daughters, don't we? Love you, baby girl. Okay, well, as you know, we're reading through Stephen R. Covey's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And in this first chapter, which is entitled Inside Out, Covey is discussing the differences between character traits and personality ethic. And he is unpacking how our behaviors are based on our perspectives and our experiences, our paradigms. Yet, if we want to improve our lives in a material way, beyond just having a better attitude, we need to adjust our paradigms to change the foundation from which our attitudes and our behaviors flow. Covey's next subchapter is Seeing and Being, and we are still in chapter 1. And Covey is quick to point out that not all paradigm shifts are instantaneous, like the paradigm shift on the subway example from yesterday. Well, in fact, most paradigm shifts are slow, like the one he had with his wife and how they saw and treated their son, which was a, quote, slow, difficult, and deliberate process, end quote. And for years, Covey and his wife had conditioned themselves and their son to these topical personality ethic tactics that fed into their deeply held paradigms of how they thought about their own success as parents and also how they measured the success of their children. But it wasn't until they identified and began to change, quote, those basic paradigms until they saw things differently, that they were able to create a quantum change in ourselves and in the situation, end quote. Covey and his wife realized that in order to see their son differently, that the two of them had to be different. Quote, our new paradigm was created as we invested in the growth and development of our own character, end quote. Okay, here is the meat and potatoes of this subchapter. Covey says, quote, paradigms are inseparable from character. Being is seeing in the human dimension, and what we see is highly interrelated to what we are. We can't go very far to change our seeing without simultaneously changing our being, and vice versa, end quote. These paradigms are powerful. They are the lens through which we see, interpret, and react to this world. To shift a paradigm, whether instantaneous or slow and deliberate, can set you up for powerful quantum change. So come back on Monday as we start Covey's subchapter, The Principle-Centered Paradigm. You're going to love it. He gets really deep into this, and we start learning about some of his principles. Hey, thanks for joining us today. Enjoy your Friday and enjoy your weekend, and have a fantastic day. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to the Morning Serial podcast on the One Life Live It channel. You can find more episodes and videos by visiting our YouTube channel and the website at Sean Inglis and at SeanInglis.com, where you can also follow our other podcasts, the Mr. and Mrs. Inglis podcast and the Life Happens podcast. In these other podcasts, we'll dive deeper into everyday issues, self-improvement and well-being, business and finance, and we welcome special guests too. So join us. It'll be a good time, I promise. Thanks again for listening. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you tomorrow.